Okay, hello, so welcome to another video. This is your host Zodi of Zodi's Rails, or Mono, as you'll see by the end card. You can call me whichever of those you wish. Now we're going to get into another unboxing, and again, model railway related. Now, 009, we have another Peco product. Now, the one that we have here is a brake composite Indian red unlettered coach. There you go, as you can see there. Let's just turn the camera just a tiny bit. There we go, that's what we want. There we go. So I'm sorry about the glare of the light as well, guys. There you go. Now the box is scratched and the price label is missing. Again, like most things I have. It's because they've been in storage and they've been barely ever used. So please bear that in mind when you look at the box. Now, with all the Peco stuff, and so I don't have to keep saying it, they are, well, all the stuff that I've got is in these hard plastic boxes, which are very good. It's just the inserts on the inside that keep the rolling stock secure, not really too great. So we'll get onto that in just a minute. First off, just having a little look at the box. So you can see there on the bottom, that's what it is. Turn it around, it's empty, no labels. Turn it to the back, 009 wagons and coaches, great little trains. Now again, it is a bit, what looks like dust on the inside there, so please ignore that if you can. So yeah, so that is the lovely little box, and as it has been opened already, a little bit easier to open. There is usually bits of tape on both ends. There's still a bit on this end, and just undo that, and you can undo the box. There we go, simple as that. Now when you're undoing these, it's quite annoying. So you've got to bend this bit of card out. Then best thing to do is grab the plastic. And see, that's what I mean now. Unfortunately, because I have already opened this, I had to get this off, and it just came off. I could use sellotape to keep it back on, but I didn't, so it's partially my fault. But the way that these work, they sit on these little platforms here, as you can see, sitting there, but then the only thing that's keeping it on is this sort of tape. So as soon as you take that tape off, that's going to come off, which is slightly annoying because if you want to keep reusing these boxes, because then you have to keep taping this closed. Bit annoying, but I suppose it does keep it in place. So let's just take it back off again. So there you go. Show you that close to the camera. There we go. You can see all the detail on there. Now, there is actually seats inside if you can see those. Just about. There you go. So what we'll do is we'll move this onto a little bit of track and have another look. So here we are, we have it on the little bit of track that we have. Now again, as I keep saying, the lighting isn't too good, so please don't start having a go at me. I am still new to all this, and I am trying my best. So have a little bit look. So it is more or less completely plastic. Don't know if you can hear that. As far as I could tell, the only metal bits are bits on the couplings, the wheels and the bogies, all internal, all the outer decoration, that is completely all plastic, which, given the price of these, you'd have thought it would at least have metal wheels, because these are around £30 to £40 depending on whereabouts you go. Now they're not the smoothest of runners, simply because of what I think is the plastic wheels. Again, put some metal wheels on there, it might run a little bit smoother. I will have to try that at some point. But as far as the moulded detail goes, it is actually pretty good. What's that? Never mind, don't worry about that. So you've actually got hand painted, what looks like painted handles and hinges along the carriage side. The windows look to be individually placed in. I might be completely wrong on that, but that's what it looks like. On the side, or on either end, you have, well, on this side you have what looks like steps that go up. You've got your vacuum tube that's already placed on there. On On the other side, you have the same sort of deal, but on this one you've actually got a window for the guard section, so they can actually see out the back of the carriage. Now along the whole of the carriage itself there is this, I can't think of the name of it, but it's like a step, basically, that is more or less a step. So most narrow gauge railways, especially where this comes from, which I believe was the Linton and Barnstaple Railway, the platforms are pretty low. It's not like the more modern standard size railways where the platforms are the exact same, or more or less the same, of the carriage doors. So that's your step to get up and into the carriage itself. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put this onto our little railway and have a little look at how it performs. Okay, so here we are, we're down on the track. We're just going to bring a little locomotive in, couple it up, and for the next couple of minutes it's just going to be one continuous clip of the locomotive going around with this carriage. Now of course please do bear in mind, if I have said in my previous few videos, I am still new to all this, so camera work's not the best, layout's not the best, but this test is clearly just to show how it looks. Now disappears around the corner through the little tunnel here, and you're going to see a few shots from this angle and from the other angle. I know the camera does go out of blur a bit on this, but unfortunately it is only on my phone at the moment. I will look into getting something better, but it does run very, very smoothly, I will say. Now even though it does have the plastic wheels, it seems to still be relatively smooth, so I'm just going to be quiet for a moment and just let you watch it as it goes around. So there we go. Now for such a small model, it is actually quite detailed, which is very good. Although it may not be plastic detail, it is very good painted detail, as well as the inside with the seats. It is fairly good. If it was a bit heavier, maybe had some metal wheels, price could be a little bit more justified, but for all plastic it could be a little bit cheaper, I think, personally. This is, as I paid around, I believe it was about £35 for one of these, so it is on the very steep end of the spectrum for something so small and not very heavy or anything like that. Now I'm not saying you shouldn't buy it, because I think it is still pretty good for any 009 narrow gauge railway, especially if you're basing it on Linton and Barnstaple or just any sort of passenger railway, whatever sort of thing your layout is going for. Now we do have a few more of these that we will be looking at, the different liveries, so do keep an eye out for that video. It will be out very, very shortly. So of course, thank you very much for watching. Do hope you enjoy the rest of your day or your evening. Hopefully I'll see you around for another video. Once again, thank you very much for watching.